everybody. Welcome to Cetta's Place. It's time to name the mannequin. I'm going to go over the video where everybody gave their ideas on the names. And I'm going to go over them and let you hear what everybody said. And then I'm going to tell you what I decided to pick. Or to name her, whichever way. But here we go. Okay, y'all like her hair? I think it fits her very well. I think it looks good on her. Oh, can y'all notice that we have switched? She was wearing this, and I usually wear this. But I changed up today. And I'm wearing mine that I made. And this is the one Lisa from Happy to Hook Creation made me as a gift. So she's wearing that one. Okay, here we go. Okay. Linda P says, I think I would name her after your son. You could take the female form of his name. Like Kavina. His name is Kevin. So it'd be Kavina. He would love that. Roxanne says, how about Vanessa? Rose from Rose Likes Crochet says, well, if you keep Gertrude, then the new girl should be Bertha. That's something I would do. I would do that. Oh, don't forget Gertrude back here, y'all. She's back there. She's just leaning. Poor Gertrude. Let's see. Catherine M says, how about Sasha? She said, your son is awesome. He is. Kim Loves Artie says, she says, wow, that's so exciting. Congratulations. But I think Gertrude is going to be a little jealous. That's pretty neat. I wanted one of those, but I have no room for one. She says, how about Gert from the name Gertrude or Greta? All right, good picks. And then I think I'm not going to say this person's name right, but I'm going to say Stasia. S-T-R-A-S-Y. You know who you are. She says, how about Claudine? Claudine. Let's see. Whew, hot flashes, y'all. Whew. Cindy K says, oh, Cetta, she's beautiful. Your son is awesome. Poor Miss Gertrude. Not only is her back broken, but she's also squeaking in her old age. Yep. You can hear her squeak. She says, I'm not good with thinking up names, but I read down through the comments and you have some wonderful choices to pick from. Too hot, y'all. Hot flash. Whew. Let's see. Nancy says, how about Abby Jo? Then we have Linda H says, it is always a blessing when your child gives you something, especially when it's a gift they know you will be happy to use. Great gift. That is so true. Linda says, he is a good son. Yes. How does Bella sound? I like the shawl she's wearing. Okay, she was wearing this, I believe. Yeah, I think she was wearing this one on that video. I think. No, let me see. No, she was wearing the vest. the green vest that I made. So Bella. Antoinette says, how about Gretchen? Gretchen, that sounds good too. Kathleen says, how about Hazel or Elizabeth? So it could be Trudy and Beth, my first thoughts. As well as Esmeralda. I'd be messing that one up. Anna says, how about Millie or Millicent? Deb says, Miss Millie. Lisa says, your son is so thoughtful. I like Gladys. Dorothy says, Maggie sounds like a good name for your new lady. Nancy, a different Nancy, says, what a wonderful son you have. Bless his heart. She's beautiful. Thinking, I think it's Selena. Selena. Selena, I think that's what she says. How you pronounce it. It's very pretty. Tammy says, how about Maggie, Millie, Lily, or Lottie? It's fun playing the name game, she says. Linda says, how about Matilda? Tim and Kelly says, how about Nikita? Tammy from Canada, she says, you should name her Tam. Tam Tam. Alicia, she says, how about Bernice or Bonnie for short? Or you could call Alicia, she says. Red Gingerbread, she says, how about Samantha? Laura says, Penelope. She said, my grandmother's name was Claire Gertrude. They also have a goat named Gertrude. Because she lives on a farm, y'all. Loretta from Loretta and Blaine, Homemade with Love, Loretta and Blaine. She says, how about Esmeralda? That's the second Esmeralda. Hot flash over. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Cold and hot, hot and cold, back and forth. Lisa from Happy to Hook Creation says, how about Matilda? That's the second Matilda, I believe you got. Heather says, she's going to pick Bella or Paige, because she's a big fan of Disney animated Beauty and the Beast. Also, Emma would be a good pick, she says. Lori says, Kira. Yeah, I know exactly what Kira you're talking about. That's a good one. When I saw that, I was like, y'all, okay. Yarning with Mimi. Y'all check her out. She has a podcast, Yarning with Mimi. And she says Gladys. I have, let's see. Diane says, what a wonderful gift your son gave you. And she says, how about Queen Isabella? That's pretty. Queen Isabella. Trudy says, how about Lucinda? That's pretty. Okay, this one is Simply Complicated is the person's name. And she says, ooh, she's sassy. How about, I can't say it right now just because I'm on video. Exwana. I can't say it right now, see? Exana Troy. Exana from Star Trek. Or I'm not sure what the other name is. It must be her real name. Oh, okay, that was her real name because she was married to Roddenberry. That's right, to the creator of Star Trek. She was the Nurse Chapel in Star Trek, in the original Star Trek, and also Exana Troy in the Next Generation, and she was every voice of every computer on every episode of every Star Trek. I mean, almost. She was in almost everything, whether it was her voice or her herself. She was in, yeah, and the voice of the computer interface. So yeah, so I was like, like Son, but I can't say it right. I know it when I'm watching the show, but saying it just like Waxana. Yeah, that's it. Waxana Troy is the she was the nurse, like I said, and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, and also she says Eartha would be a great one too. She had grit. Yeah, some Eartha. I liked Eartha. Yes. This is exciting, she says. Then, let's see. Spinning a Yarn with Sherry. She has a channel. Y'all check her out. That's Spinning a Yarn with Sherry. She says, Tori, like Victoria, but Toria. Tori for short. Stand for victory. I have the victory. She says, how about, sorry. The next person is Noma's Stitching Lounge. Sounds like she has a channel. She says, how about Sally? Sally at Setta's Place. It has a ring, she says. That does have a ring. Hey, Bridget. Bridget says, Joanna John should be her name. Joanna. I think I said it right. Joanna. She has it spelt different. That's why I'm making sure I said it right. All right, Bridget. Let's see. Janice says, how about Miss Mays? Angela Y says, how about Ivy? Cat Crazy Creations. That's Sonia at Cat Crazy Creations. Y'all check her out. She says, how about Raquel? And I'm finally going to say this person's name right. I've never said it right from the very beginning, but I finally got it, if I don't mess up. She has a channel. Her name is Crafty Floridian. Crafty Floridian. She has a channel. Y'all go check her out. She tells the most awesome stories. You get riveted. Like, oh, really? And so y'all go check out her channel, Crafty Floridian. That's Florida with the N on the end. And I could not say it right for nothing. But the more I hear everybody else say it, I finally got it. And she says I should name her Ella May. Let's see. Stacy says, how about Eve? Because it says, from the little robot in WALL-E, in that movie WALL-E, she says the Eve is the robot's name. Estelle, she says, I think it's Blanca. That's how it's just pronounced. It's pronounced. Donna says, how about Miss Adeline? Adeline. And Addie for short. Jean says, how about Marlene? Jean N says she sees Esmeralda. That's the third one. She looks elegant and smart. I'm sure if smart was the right word, she looks like she's sure of herself. Auntie Vernon says, how about Millie? Yes. Oh, Auntie Vernon, congratulations. I saw where you won. Who did you win? You won a giveaway. Whose was it? Oh, Gypsy. From Gypsy Rose. She's looking for you. Hope you got a hold of her. She needs to make sure it's you. Let's see. Phyllis says, how about Ethel? Allison says, how about Priscilla? Teresa with no H says, how about Sophisticated Lady? Linda, the other Linda, H, says, how about Matilda, or Tilly for short? She says she named her mannequin Dauphine, and her mannequin head is Hazel Jean. Sylvia says, how about Stunning Stella? Lisa says, how about Valentina? I think I said it right. Grace says, how about Gracie? Judith says, how about, I think it's Claudia. Classy Kim says, how about, yeah, she says either Paris or Sasha. Both are names from, both are elegant names just for the mannequin. See, Paris is on Star Trek. I don't know if she knew that. There's a Paris, but it's a boy, it's a man. His last name is Paris. But that's what I thought about with Star Trek. I got Star Trek on the brain. Chris, she has a channel now. Y'all check Chris out. And that her channel name is KB 1901 KB Crafter. Y'all check her out. And she says Skinny Minnie, aka Minnie. Should be her name. Judah says, thank God she's not naked. I got her all. She's in modesty mode right now. Chris, again, she says, how about Gertie? And Crafts by the Rose, she just says, hey. And hey, Terry from Yarn Joy Podcast. She says, thought you were going to say that your son gave you a captain's chair. That would have been awesome. From Star Trek to crochet in. And that would be like a captain's chair. That would be awesome. She says, how about Troy as in Counselor Troy or Janeway as Captain Janeway? Now, you know, y'all, I was like, whoo. I was laughing and just smiling. And then, hey, Mike. Mike says, "Oh, your son is the best. And you know he is." Name her, let's see, Melina? Man, you know I can't say stuff. Manila. Comfort Creek Ranch. She says, how about Abigail? Jeanette says she's not good with names. Linda R says, I think it's Athea is how it's pronounced. It's what she's saying. Sarah says, how about Gina? Valencia, she says, how about Veronica? Barbara, she says, how about naming her Virginia, or Jenny for short? She said, her son gave her a complete crochet course book for her birthday. Sons are wonderful. They are that. Pamela says, how about Emma? Thea says, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Vivian? It's spelled different. Vivian. I think that's what you're trying to say. Moonfire Crafted says Agatha. Teresa F, and the next letter is C of the whole name. She says Guinan. I was like, oh, Guinan. That was good. You know, it's Star Trek, y'all. Or Lahura or Kira from Star Trek. All of them are Star Trek names. You know, I was like, Renee's Crochet Design says, how about Renee? Renee's a good name, she said. And this one, Lori J said, Jazina Dax. That's Star Trek too. And I was like, y'all got me thinking. Oops. Roxy says, how about Lacey for all the beautiful stitched items, or Sunny as a gift from your son. And Marianne had a bunch she thought would be good. Madeline, Enid, Sadie, Blanche, Estelle, Bernice. And I can't pronounce one of them. I'm not sure. She's leaning towards Blanche because she has her hand on the hip, like Blanche from the Golden Girls. Yeah, that's what I thought about when I heard Blanche. Norma says, how about Hazel? Carrie says, Yarnita. I think that's how you say it. Yarnita. Oh, I just got that. Yarnita. Oh. Susie says, how about Grace? D says, how about Meta? Like Seta with the M. For M's mannequin. Y'all got it. Happiness is homemade. It's Karen. And she says, how about Sasha? Lucy says, how about Betty? Arlene, she says, the lady from Star Trek, communications officer, or Amora, meaning love. Yeah, I thought I like that Lahura, but I can't say it right all the time. Lahura. I love saying it, but I don't even know if I say it right. Lahura. Okay, we got a couple more. Heaven's Peacemaker Designs. Check her out, y'all. And she says Johanna. Darlene says, how about Jessica? Okay, so that is all. Make sure no more came in while I was talking. Nope, no more came in. Make sure there's nothing hidden. Okay, so that is all the pics that people have suggested. So, what I have picked, well, let me tell you how I came about it. There were, now y'all know, y'all could just about bet it's a Star Trek themed name. And it is. And at first, I'm going to tell you my thought processes. First, the name, someone said Sasha. But that reminded me of Tasha Yar from Star Trek, The Next Generation. And I really like Tasha Yar. I'm like, oh, I could use that, Tasha Yar. And then I kept reading, going and going. And then that's when Dax came up. Oh, I like Dax. But you really have to know Star Trek to know that who Dax is. Or who they are. But anyway, so I kept going, and I got to some more. And then I got to Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast. And she said, Counselor Troy. Deanna Troy. And it went zing. So that is the name I have picked. This is Troy from Star Trek Generation. She's the counselor. Her name is Deanna Troy. This is Deanna Troy. We'll call her Troy for short. Thank you, Terry. Y'all knew it was going to be Star Trek. Y'all knew. But I think she's beautiful to be Troy. And when she's acting up, I'll call her Deanna Troy. You know when your mom calls you by your full name when you was a kid, you know you better hurry up. You better straighten up or run. Whichever way is going to work. But her name is going to be Troy. But I appreciate everyone who's given their comments and their suggestions. I had fun reading through them. I hope y'all had fun, giving out your thoughts. And but anyway, thanks for joining me. And I guess we and poor Miss Gertrude will all see you later. And have a blessed day.